Welcome to the Edge.
Welcome to the Edge.
Welcome to the Edge.
Welcome to the Edge. We are able to provide in Surrey a one-to-one service, a personalised service for people. We're able to offer them everything that they need. We're able to meet their requirements and ensure that they have an excellent training experience.
This is a home from home environment. We're offering them the best possible facilities. There's so many different things under one roof. The gym is fully IFI accredited, which means it's accessible for all people with a range of disabilities.
The Edge works really well because of the ease of access to all of the training equipment. I'm full-time training now for 2012 and I'm starting to be using the Edge as a regular part of that.
We offer 20 world-class facilities and 5 of those are specifically offering facilities for Paralympians.
Well, Hazelmere is a fantastic location. It's just 30 minutes from London, it's also 30 minutes from Portsmouth. And it's also easily accessible to lots of other interesting places that families and competitors might want to go to visit whilst they're here.
We've hosted a number of national disabled events, including disabled basketball and disabled rugby, and we have a large number of disabled coaches working with disabled people and youngsters within the community already.
But we also have excellent accommodation on just down the road at the Trelaw College, which is a world-class venue.
Trelaw's is based in Alton. It's got fantastic facilities for disabled athletes and for the able-bodied to help us alongside. Easy access for everybody. You've got really nice relaxation sitting room areas. You've got access to physiotherapy rooms, a hydrotherapy pool and swimming pools.
I don't think a team could have a better local welcome and a local place in a fantastic, stunning environment.
We're going for it.
We're going for it.
We're going for it.
It's now up to Jessica to propose their ideas for an Olympic legacy event, and it looks like her research has paid off.
So the plan for the event? It's a sports and culture festival celebrating Paralympic sports, where able-bodied and disabled people can play together, and supporting this through cultural events, stalls for the whole weekend and for the whole community. We suggest that you hold this on the 2010 Open Weekend. As put together by the Games Organising Committee, it's a national weekend of events going on in the whole country, and linking it to that weekend will allow you to apply for a branding pack so you can use the logos in your marketing material to make it really well publicised.
But is this enough to convince our panel?
Now, speaking with my hat as Mr. Egypt, my team are very interested in this DVD. It's really got us going. And I know that we have somebody in Thailand who's also interested in the DVD. But how are you going to close the sale? Getting us interested in looking at your DVD is one thing, but to actually get us to commit, there's still a gap you have to fill.
It's a case of, we've got an offer here, we're going to get people interested with this DVD and the package that we've put together, and it's a case of not letting them down when we get that phone call and making us adaptable. It's like, I guess it's like when you want to get married, so you want whatever you want and they've got to get it for you, and that's the attitude that we have to take with that. Whatever they want, we have to do our utmost best to get it, and I believe that I saw the partnerships in place to do that.
The hard work is over, and it's now up to the audience to decide who they think should win the challenge.
Right, and now to assist the judges with their final decision, can you please think about which team you think should win and wave that hand?
The audience have voted unanimously, but it's the judges who will cast the final vote, and so they take some time out to deliberate over the team's performances.
I thought she started off well. She was very facilitative. They started out with a pretty inclusive planning discussion. Paddy and I felt they made the mistake of trying to stay together as a group almost throughout the day, which meant that they wasted a lot of the resources that they had.
They've got some fantastic ideas. Helen is an ideas factory and just comes up with loads, but that needed to be managed.
Did they actually talk to anybody in the community? Did they get ideas from them that they just then failed to use? Because I wasn't hearing that they'd been listening to people.
They divided up the task, but again, they didn't read any of the stuff, I don't think, in the briefing pack. But then when they came back in the afternoon, I was really quite impressed with the way they split up. It was David and Roz did the editing, with Alex were really involved in that and gave him really good, clear instructions. The other three were concentrating on doing a bit more research around some of the numbers.
They, for me, used their resources much better by not getting everyone to speak in the presentation. In fact, I thought they did it almost to a fault. I thought they gave Jessica a bit too much to hold. I'd have split that into at least 2, I think.
The judges have made their final decision, but will they agree with the audience, or will they help the blue team make a dash for the gold medal?
Blue, I think, your video, your presentation had an awful lot in it we want to explore. But overall, it was thin rather than thick in terms of content, we felt. And that's something you need to look at as well. You probably, in a sense, had too much in terms of ideas, proposals, whereas less worked up more might be something you want to think about for next time. But very creditable. Red, we were very impressed with what you put forward. There is some stuff about one part of it you'll probably be arguing with Mary forever about, and that will take it forward. That will take the idea forward. But you had a big idea in your DVD, and you had a big idea in your presentation, and I thought it worked. So that suggests that we're with the audience. And unanimously, the 4 of us who looked at this judging think the red team won this challenge. Let's give them a round of applause.
So the red team have won this Olympic challenge, but what most impressed the judges and sponsors?
The 2 teams have learned from the first challenge. This is only the second. These are people who have full-day jobs, have to concentrate on that. They break off the day job to come down here to a part of the country that none of them come from. Most of them have not worked in 2-tier local governments, and they have to apply themselves to a very demanding task. I would have found it very challenging, and they succeeded. And I said in the judging that there were no losers. There had to be a winner, because that's the rule of the competition, but there were no losers. And the ideas, the enthusiasm, the engagement will be a tremendous benefit to the councils and through them the local community. And that's how it should be.
I was very impressed with the quality of work of both teams. I think, again, coming back to the winner, what gave them the edge was the fact that they had been more successful at doing that, and it's all about matters of degree, but they've been able to use the strength of the team and the leadership of the team leader in allowing individuals to take responsibility rather than feeling that it's her responsibility to do everything, was what probably made them the winners in the end.
Both teams were absolutely terrific. This was a really difficult challenge, I thought. I would have been scared to take part in today's challenge, but both of them have come up with incredibly good marketing techniques from their DVDs, and also some really interesting ideas for legacy events for us to engage our community in the Olympic process. We'll definitely be using a lot of the ideas we heard here today.
It's been a tough challenge. Both teams are going home with medals, but it's the Reds who've really struck gold.
We're ecstatic, basically. We're so thrilled to have won. And we've just been told by Helen that they're going to be using the DVD next time they go to Vancouver, was it? Yeah. So, I mean, that's a real accomplishment that we can do something one day which will have a practical and real benefit to the council. So it's a big thanks to them, really. So, yeah, we're ecstatic.
But winning a silver medal is no small achievement.
Well, I don't think we did lose. I think we came second, which I think is great, and I think it's a really wonderful achievement. And I'm really like to offer my congratulations to the Red Stripes, who obviously did fantastically as well.
Well, I'm afraid that brings us to the end of our Olympic challenge, and it's 1-1 to our teams. Now, next month we're going to be in Northampton, where the bar will be raised even higher for our contestants. Now, this isn't going to be a challenge for lightweights, so do tune in and find out which of our contestants will still be standing. Until then, goodbye.